thought Kentucky was really, really good. Knew they were good coming into the game. Thought they played great. Thought they were timely. Thought they hit big shot after big shot and then come up with loose balls and stops when they really needed it. Took us out of everything we like to do offensively at times. And then they go 10 for 20 from the three-point line on top of all that. So thought they completely outplayed us, out-prepared us, came back from the break from us. Just about anything you can outdo somebody on, I thought they did that tonight. But I do think our kids played really, really incredibly hard, and I think we played okay. They're just good.
Oh, boy, go ahead.
Coach, just start with the defense. Kentucky's defense, it seemed like they had you out of sorts a lot.
Yeah, their length, guys, it didn't allow us to find open players. We had Ramirez 2 or 3 times. We'd drive at baseline, and she'd be open over there, and you couldn't see her. I mean, we were all yelling at the bench because we could see her just fine. But guess what? We weren't the one with the ball being trapped by 3 kids with good length. And, that was their game plan, I think, was to make sure we didn't get to the foul line a whole bunch, because that's the 2 things. If we get to the foul line and make threes, that's when we're really tough to guard. But they took that away from us initially, got us taking a couple of probably not as good as shots as we normally take. I think we made a couple jumpers there early. It got us maybe a little bit too confident that they were just going to keep falling. We got less aggressive, stopped taking it in there. They blocked a bunch of shots. I don't know where the line – 8. They blocked 8 shots and changed a bunch of others. So they were very, very good defensively. We knew they were, but they were even better live and in person than on film.
Alyssa, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned shot selection. I know there was one time Amber took a shot and you cut to you and you're like, you have time. Do you feel like they were just maybe a little rushed tonight?
Well, you can go back and we talked about this in the day before. Every team that I've watched at every level, NBA, men's college basketball, everybody that's been coming back from this break has just been a little bit out of sync. Your timing's just a little off. Your condition's not quite as good. I was talking about Amber, that she had plenty of time to catch it and shoot it, and she just felt a little bit rushed. But that's because of their length. That's because of all of those things. We haven't had as much time to get back in the gym, and that shows up. It magnifies on the road against a team that, again, I just told the team, I said, now y'all remember this team was picked ahead of us in the preseason polls by everybody in the coaching world and the media. So to lose to these guys on the road is nothing other than one game out of a 16-game calendar that we've got to take advantage of learning from and make sure these next 15 games we don't make the same mistakes we made tonight.
Gary, go ahead.
Anything else for Coach Neighbors?
Yeah, Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary.
Oh, how you doing?
I think I can see you too.
Yeah. In terms of like the start, I mean, you all got off to a good start, and Howard got warmed up in the second quarter. What was it about her that made it hard to defend after that start?
2 things. One, she's one of the best players in America, if not the best. So I think she got settled in. The second thing that did happen is Michaela Daniels got her second foul. For 2 years in a row, Michaela's done a really good job guarding her. When Matt got her second foul, that forced us to have to make some defensive switches, and it really got her going. Then she starts when she makes a couple of easy ones, then she makes everything. And I thought she dominated the third quarter and at times the second quarter and at times the entire second half. She's, I've said since she's been here, I think she's one of the best players in the entire country. She beat us with a jump shot as a freshman at the buzzer, and she's only continued to improve. And it's good for our league to have her in it, but man, it's a nightmare when they're your opponent that night.
Zach, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, you've got Ryan doing her thing and scoring all those points, but now Kentucky this year, you've got all these other players who are able to contribute. How difficult does that make? I mean, you said they're really good. How good are they?
I think they're obviously a top 10 team in the country. I'm a voter in the WBCA, and I've been voting for them that way ever since the season started. I think they got a chance to go as deep as anybody in the country. It's kind of wide open. They can beat you a lot of different ways, and they've got, like you said, complementary pieces. Dre'Ana Edwards has given them a presence around the rim that is formidable. Then you bring in people that have been SEC experienced. I thought Massengale, even though, I think you look at her, 5 points or whatever, they were all big and they were late in the shot clock, and she tipped a bunch of balls around, and Robin Benton hit a couple shots. I thought Chastity Patterson did a really good job just kind of managing her team tonight. And she's always a problem defensively, but you look at that 1 for 1 for Massengale from the 3 for 4 for Benton, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Those are all, like you said, those complementary pieces that the second you spend focus on Ryan Howard, they can beat you from those spots too. So I think they've got a deep competitive team that can win a lot of different ways. And in our league, that adds up to a bunch of conference wins.
Last one, Alyssa, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, taking and learning as you move on to Missouri on Sunday, maybe what's the big focus as you head into that game?
Well, they are equally as good a shooting team. They've got a bunch of newcomers as well that add to their transfer depth. I watched the first 3 quarters of their game back in the locker room before the game, and it was a really tight game with Alabama. I saw where they got away from them maybe a little bit in the end, but the thing about your season is you've got to look at it as 16 individual games. You can't look at them, in segments. I do that, but the kids can't. They have to now go, okay, that's one that you can't get back. We got to make sure that we take care of business at home. That's such a huge thing in this league, and our kids know that. They were already talking about it. I just walked out of the we don't talk after the game as a team, but I walked by the training room, and they were in there having the exact conversation that I would have had as their coach. They were already having it together. So I know we're going to get on the plane, get home, and enjoy the New Year's and get back to work tomorrow.